Before I begin, I just want to point out that when people try to tell me right from the get-go that I am not a Pokemon fan or that I am some sort of Pokemon hater, I am not. I really enjoy Pokemon. I've played 5 of the freaking games on the Nintendo Switch. I like Pokemon. A fan is not someone who just blindly accepts everything that franchise does. A real fan is someone who's not afraid to criticize said franchise and want that franchise to improve upon itself and be better. That to me is what a true fan is. If you are someone that just blindly accepts everything that a corporation does, whether it be microtransactions or New Game Plus added into DLC like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, for example, that does not make you a fan. That makes you a sheep. So, when I say that Palworld is better than Pokemon, I am not being facetious here, and I am not hating on Pokemon. I mean it. Palworld, right now, as it stands, is a better game than the recent Pokemon entry, that being, well, I guess technically Detective Pikachu Returns, but we're talking about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Palworld, in my opinion, is already a much better game than that one. As a matter of fact, I wish I could say I enjoyed Scarlet and Violet, but I couldn't get through the game because after going through 5 hours of dealing with all of its bugs and its rendering issues and its frame rate drops and my Pokemon dragging through the ground, it just became an unbearable mess. And Palworld, even though it's in beta and is not even a complete and finished game, already feels so much more unique and fun compared to what Pokemon has been lately. Because let's be honest, guys, Pokemon has gotten kind of stale. The formula is the same formula and it hasn't really done much to change it up. The last one being that actually felt like a breath of fresh air was Pokemon Arceus or Arceus or however you want to pronounce it. I really did enjoy that one in particular, but Detective Pikachu Returns, it was boring. It was super boring, and it was uninspired, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the exact same thing, and a buggy and total mess when I tried it. I gave up, and maybe it's better now, but I'm not going back to it. But now I am filled with hope, and I find this as an optimistic opportunity for Pokemon Company, and Nintendo, and Niantic, and whatever it may be, to look at Palworld, see what they are doing, and come up with their own ideas on how they can improve upon Pokemon. This is a good thing, guys. Competition is a good thing. If you're hating on Palworld because you're a Pokemon diehard fan, again, you're just being a sheep. You're not being a fan. You want competition. You want something else to stand out of the crowd. And whereas Palworld has sold about 10 million units at this point, that is a good thing. That shows Pokemon Company that there are ways that they can make the games feel refreshing. And something as simple as coming up with a crafting system or being able to build your own base and being able to even interact with your pals. All of this stuff could easily go into the next Pokemon game, and I don't see why it can't. There are so many ways they can improve upon the formula, and Palworld is doing a tremendous job of showing them how to do it. This game feels so fresh and alive, and it's not necessarily doing anything that I haven't seen before. It's just the sheer fact that it reminds me of Pokemon, but it's trying to, at the same time, be Pokemon, but also be different. It dares to innovate, and I think that's the thing that I want to see from Pokemon games now. I want them to innovate more, and Palworld is doing that for me. They are basically making Pokemon feel special again, and I think that is something that has been lost recently with Pokemon, is they don't really do anything that feels special anymore, but they have the blueprints now to do that. Maybe they've been in this little rut and they just haven't found that spark of creativity or whatnot, but this is a good chance. If I was Pokemon's company right now, or Niantic or Nintendo, I'd be looking at Palworld and start taking notes and start coming up with ideas that are similar, because I'm not saying they should just directly copy it, but they can definitely draw some inspiration, just like Palworld has clearly drawn a lot of inspiration from Pokemon. This is good competition, and it makes me hopeful. I'm very optimistic now that Pokemon can become better. This is a huge win, not just for Palworld, which I am happy to see all the success it is having, but also for Pokemon fans alike. They should see this game as a good thing because, like I said, this should be lighting a fire up Niantic's and Pokemon companies and Nintendo's rears and just get them going. Start making better and better Pokemon games going forward. And I hope that is what is happening here because, like I said, Palworld right now is better than Pokemon. But as always, this is just one man's opinion and one man alone. I would love to know what you think about Palworld and what you think about the Pokemon series. Do you like it? Do you want to see it innovate more? Do you think it should stay the same? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout, glory to mankind, and I will see you on the next one. Later.